Donald Trump had some interview where he was like talking about how he'll be a better friend to Israel than Joe Biden. And so I tweeted, I said, a very simple tweet that went super viral. I said, Thomas Massie is more America first than Donald Trump will ever be, and it's not even close. And I got all of these people, like Trump supporters who listen to me, followers of mine. And they were like, why would you even say this right now? Like Thomas Massie's not running for president. Donald Trump is. Why would you even say this? Why would you say something that's going to hurt Trump? And I remember I was really taken back by it because it just demonstrated such a disconnect between the way they think and the way I think. Because immediately when they're like, why would you even say something like this? I was like,
because it's true.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the entire thing. Because it's true. And I speak true things out loud into the world. Like, that's what you do. When you think of something that's true, you tell it to other people because it's true. And like, people get sucked into this mentality of like, no. Don't say anything that could damage our guy. It's the worst thing about election seasons. Agreed. And you go, look, man, I don't have a candidate who I'm like enthusiastically supporting this time around. But even if I did, even if you were running, or if Spike was running, or if Tom Woods, or if Scott, or like someone, Jeff Dice, someone who I just like completely love and I'm totally going to vote for that person was running. If you started saying some shit that I thought was wrong, I'd go, hey man, no, it's not like that. It's like this. And what I'd be trying to do is move you in that direction and like trying to be like, no. Because of course and especially for any politician, this is the only time when they actually need something from you. And so for all of you pro-Trump influencers out there, I get being on Trump's side will always get you more clicks or more. Believe me, I know, Clint knows. Yep. We could all grow our following by just falling in line and supporting Trump no matter what. But don't you, like, even if you want Trump to win, don't you think like maybe it's valuable for someone with some influence to say, all right, but you got to be really good on this issue we care about? And like, what issue unites Trump supporters more than being for gun rights? Like it's like he's pushing them on the issue that you all agree with him on. Right. So frustrating.
Aside from maybe the wall, I think gun rights is probably at the top. But just to prove that we are not talking out of our asses here, this is actually what you and I do. You had RFK Jr. on, and you're holding his feet to the fire, desperately trying to get him to be better on the Israel-Gaza situation. I've had Vivek on.
Spoiler alert, I failed.
yes, I know. And I failed too. I had Vivek on, and I'm talking to him about the war on drugs and the fact that they're talking about, basically ending the war against Russia, but then transferring the war again to the cartels and maybe against China with Taiwan. And I'm trying to be like, what are we doing here? Why can we just not intervene? Can we not? And so my point is, like, we both could have just given fluff jobs to these guys when we had them on, and maybe it even hurts my chances of getting them to come back on the show. But it doesn't change the fact that if I don't get to say the thing I actually believe and try and shift their opinion, people that may wield immense power one day, if I fail in that moment, then what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I even attempting to do here? Get a little bit more followers and clicks and money from doing the show? It's like, no, I got involved with this because I actually care, because I think that what we're facing is extraordinarily dangerous. And if we don't have people that are telling the truth, even if it costs them something, then we are totally doomed. And I guess that's why this past weekend and the whole Rittenhouse situation really like set me off, because I was like, these people are fucking reprehensible. And that was honestly how I felt.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree with you more. And like, it's just the whole, especially when you have a situation with Donald Trump where, I mean, like, look, let's call a spade. He totally failed in his first administration. And I don't know how anyone from an America First point of view could even argue with that. It's like, the guy's appointments were terrible. His, certainly some of his instincts were very good. Some of the things he ran on were very good. His follow through is like a D-. His appointments are an F. You could find like 3 or 4 good appointments and then like 70 terrible ones, like it's really, really bad. And so you're like, okay, people are saying, well, no, he's learned this time. This time's going to be way better. This time he's coming in to abolish the deep state. This time he's not coming in to reform it or whatever. It's like, okay, the problem is every single signal that he sends is that he hasn't learned anything. And so it's like, I could be theoretically convinced to vote for Donald Trump. I think there's an argument to be made for it. I could never be convinced that my job from here until November isn't to try to push the issues that I care about. Like, that's insane to me. The idea that it's like, no, what you have to do is not just support them from here till November. The only time when you hold some leverage, shut up and comply and fall into line. And one rule of thumb, if I've learned nothing else in life in 41 years, is that anyone telling you to shut up and comply is your enemy.
Yep. No, I agree, man. And let's also think about, like, who is the political figure that has risen the most over the past 12 months? Was clearly Vivek Ramaswamy. And what has Vivek done? If nothing else, what he has done is he has challenged Donald Trump to be better at the things that he claims to be great at. When it's like, yeah, we're actually going to cut the deep state, 75% head count across all federal departments. Like, and we're going to end these wars. We're going to do all these things that, like, basically he's talking about the failings of Donald Trump, but he's not saying so explicitly. He's just saying, like, this is what we're going to do in the second term. And whether or not he actually ends up in the cabinet or in a position where he can actually assist with that process, I still appreciate that rhetoric because it challenges their deity. And it's like, we can do better. We have to do better. It's not that we can do better. We must do better. We are the largest government in human history. We're going to pay over $1.5 trillion in interest alone on the debt over the next 12 months. We are fucking bankrupt. We are bankrupt, and we are on the precipice of a multi-front world war with multiple nuclear powers. This is extraordinarily dangerous. We cannot just be Donald Trump from 2016 to 2020. We need Donald Trump to be infused with Ron Paul and then sprinkled with holy water and pray to fucking God that he actually does something good in the second term. Yeah. And then on top of that, we have to then put him in a fucking glass bubble and make sure he doesn't get killed before then. I mean, we're asking for a lot of miracles here.